At the time, we are talking about, let's say, 1960, it was built as an ideal city. Actually, it was built as the city of the future. And it was executed, but it failed on a lot of parts.
Our role was to supervise the aesthetics and the looks of the building because the initial concept was already clear from the start, which was invented by the consortium, the Flat.
The year we started was end of 2010, beginning of 2011, when there was a message in the newspaper about the flat is empty and it can be bought for €1. But it was also dirty, it was old, and the image was really bad.
We said the first challenge is to get people to this place and to put this place on the map of Amsterdam again.
The Bijlmer was a kind of a no-go area. When you would go to live in the Bijlmer, well, it would be the last place on earth where people like to live. There has been really huge problems.
The building contains 560 houses, so we think about 1,000 people are living here. We sold them in 2 years. There's 80% people that live in their own house and 20% are rented houses.
We started out working from this very strong motivation that the building was actually really attractive and perhaps only needed sublimation. For instance, if you look at this gallery, it consists of many repetitive elements that are very elegantly designed. So the concrete is of incredible strength, which allowed it to be also very thin. And what you see is that the profile of this walkway actually is surprisingly light-footed. So by slightly opening up, only a few degrees, you bring in, or the original architect, Fop Ottenhoff, brought in an incredible lightness.
The concept of the redevelopment of KLEIBURG was that the houses would be done by the people who were going to live there, so they were do-it-yourself houses.
When I bought this apartment, it was completely stripped. And when I say stripped, it's really radically stripped. No electricity on the wall whatsoever, there was no heating, there was no water for tapping.
When I entered the apartment, it looked like chaos and war. This picture is taken in September 2013. My youngest son, he's standing in my entrance. Living in the city itself is unaffordable. Many people came with the same vision to this project, to have a flat who is entirely empty, but you can build all the things you want.
We offered them the possibilities to connect apartments horizontally and vertically, which made it possible for people to get a very big apartment with very small costs and change them and add to them in the way they wanted to.
We are in a monastery and it's a community where 8 adults and 6 children. We bought 9 apartments and put them together like the letter T. So we are now in the vertical part of the T, which is 3 levels. Beneath it will become a social shop, and on this level there's the neighborhood room, also the chapel on this level, and then we go up to the 3rd level. That's also the top of the T, and then we live also on the left and right side. The homes where we live in are separate, but we are connected via the balcony.
The other intervention was that there was no good relationship with the ground, you could say, because the ground floor was entirely occupied with storage spaces.
We moved all the storage spaces to the floors above, so we could make housing and small commercial spaces on the ground floor. And one of the main things we also did was take out some external elevators which were on the corners. They blocked the view, they were ugly. We took them out and replaced them with new elevators inside the existing cores, next to the existing elevator.
Which then exposed again the beautiful horizontalness of this structure.
And another change is that on the first floor there was an internal corridor connecting all the parts of the building. We took it out, and so we could bring this also to the apartments.
That means that this apartment was much smaller in the first place. This part of the street has become part of my flat.
In our first operations, we thought, okay, if we paint the thing, it will be very beautiful. If we make it a light color, it will shine again. But then we tried another trick, and that is to peel off the paint, and that revealed a truly miraculous concrete that is almost as beautiful as travertine.
And the last thing we did was change some very small underpasses on the ground floor, which were really dark and not safe, and people didn't feel comfortable using them. We enlarged it by making it twice as wide and twice as high, and also connecting the entrances to the apartments to these underpasses, so they would become a living part of the use of the building instead of just a dark underpass without really any function.
This is totally new for this area, that you put your chair outside, you drink your coffee here, and it's quiet. On a nice day, children are playing here, etc.
Being able to offer many very different people a very cheap alternative to live and to enable them to create their own dream, I think that is a very beautiful aspect of this project.